Today, we're going to be talking about something that's pretty hot right now. We're going to be diving into the world of MLOps.
Oh, yeah.
And
It's
specifically,
a good one.
we're going to be looking at professional certifications
Yeah.
in this field.
Nice.
Yeah.
MLOps is,
If you're out there and you're thinking about maybe getting a certification in this space,
yeah.
this is the episode for you because we're going to be talking all about what it could mean for your career.
So the first question is, what is Terraform? So whenever we say Terraform, this tool is considered as a infrastructure, as a code. In simple way, you can code for infra. Okay, you can code for tools in infra. Simple. Okay. So these are the things you can do for using Terraform. That means you are writing a code. Okay, so now next question is, what's in infra? So there's hundreds and hundreds of things are there. I'll put it in a very simple way. Okay, any tools or platform supported by API is considered to be infra space. So AWS support API. AWS support API. Hello.
Yes. AWS
Yeah.
support API. Yes.
Yeah. That means it's infra. Azure, yes. Google Cloud, yes. Kubernetes,
Yes.
yes. So how do you'll ask, okay, so which are the tools platforms supported by Terraform? So I will go to internet and I'll type providers here. Now this is the list of supported providers. We call it in Terraform providers, which we have. Look at this, AWS is there, Azure is there, Google Cloud is there, and you see that, look at the list of it. 3,800, 15. Don't worry, you don't need to learn all these provider. One or max two provider is more than 99% of your work. Either you work on AWS and few more providers likewise. But if you are trying to automate some other tools also, providers are supported. That means using Terraform, you can code for 3,815 plus every day it's growing. Got it?
Yes. So basically, with APIs, we can automate our job. We can orchestrate our job. That's what you meant to say, Terraform.
No, I'm saying using Terraform, you can write a code
Uh-huh.
for these platforms, and this platform is supported by API, so it's considered to be supported by Terraform.
Okay. So Terraform is or it'll be integrated with Kubernetes or Docker, right?
No, I'm saying understand this.
No, I
Terraform,
got it. So code will be writing, and this code using APIs will be writing code, right? Now, is this completely different from the orchestration or I mean it is
huh?
completely different, right? It is one of the tool.
Yeah. See here, I'll put it in a simple use cases. Um, you know AWS.
Yes.
I will ask you to create 10 instance, 10 EBS, 10 security group, 2 load balancer, 1 route table, VPC, one VPC. We have a hell lot of other component. S3 we have, EFS we have this and that. So now if I ask you to create all this thing and every time, so what you will do? You'll say automate it. So option automation option, what are the options you have? So option number one, we have a cloud formation that is inbuilt in AWS. But using cloud formation, you cannot automate Azure, Google Cloud. Then what second option we have? Terraform. So Terraform is a tool. Understand this. Terraform is a tool doing for what? Automating all the infra work which you do manually. So next time you
Oh,
write a Terraform and you automate everything. And that's the reason I said Terraform is a code is a tool for coding. I'll just write coding for infra automation. Probably this will be simple for you. Got it?
Yes, yes, got it.
Yeah. So this is the tool. Now this tool is from the HashiCorp. Company name HashiCorp. Okay. And they have multiple releases actually. Multiple releases, something like I'll tell you. Command line, you enterprise and cloud. Cloud is paid, enterprise is paid, and this is free. In this I'm teaching you command line. Now here you have a UI also. Here you have a UI also. So that is the reason it's paid. Command line also you can do everything. Enterprise and cloud also you can do everything. But the only difference UI, because organizations need UI. But ultimately you have to write a code using command line only. Okay, so now that is something which you have in a Terraform. Now this tool has been written in Go. In Go. Means if you want to customize anything, you have to learn Golang also in future when it comes for customization. But by the way, you don't need that right now because long way to go to this. Now next question is how to install it. Uh, it's very simple. There's no much complications here. Just download, save it, and set in a path. That's all. That means these executables are just standalone. Okay, so you can refer this uh, tutorial Terraform download. So Terraform install, right? Yeah. So Terraform, this one. Okay. So here you have all this methods to install and configure in Linux and Windows. Okay. Now nothing great. I just said you have to just download and copy it. So I downloaded from the website. Let's say you go to the Terraform download, enter, go to this website. Let's say Windows, Linux, Macs, what exactly you are doing. So this is for Windows. Don't download this one. It's not your architecture. This is your architecture. Download this one. Okay. So I have already downloaded. Typically, I download everything in my directory, which is C tools and Terraform. Here, see here. Just download and copy. Now this path you set in the path variable, so it is easy to use it. So here environment variable path edit, somewhere you will see the Terraform. Here it is. Okay, that's all. So that is done, and this is how you install it and set the path. Now next question is how to get started. So if you want to get started in Terraform, you need to know few things. Something like how Terraform works. How Terraform works. I'll put it in a simple way so you'll understand this. So here you have MS Paint, and then this is you. Okay, this is you, and you will write in your laptop code. This code is called Terraform code. You can store this Terraform code in .tf file. I'll show you, don't worry about that. In the Terraform code, how to write a code, I'll teach you. This code, you send it to one executable, which is called Terraform. Which executable? Just now we said no, this executable. Okay. This executable, so this code is written in HCF. SCF means, S means HashiCorp, SCL, sorry, no, SCL. HashiCorp configuration language. Now this language, the one which I'm going to teach you in some time, which is very easy to write, read, debug, troubleshoot, and all stuff like that. Very easy. So you write the code that is stored in the .tf files, send it to Terraform, and you say few things. You say plan, apply, or destroy. What is a plan means? You say Terraform plan. So that means whatever the code you have written to infrastructure code here, it will dry run. dry run. Okay, it will do the dry run. If you say apply, that means whatever the infrastructure code you have written, it will apply on that AWS or Azure or Kubernetes or something like that. AWS. Getting opens? And when you say destroy, that means whatever the resources you have coded here, that will be destroy on AWS. So plan means dry run, apply means create and update, and destroy means delete. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Now this code is written in SCL. Okay, SCL. Now this SCL code is not understood by AWS API. This is what I said, API, Kubernetes API. This code human can understand, you can understand, but API cannot understand. So what do we do in this case? So then we need some sort of interpreter, mediator. That is where the providers plugins is coming. Either you call it providers or plugins. So AWS has one plugin, Kubernetes has one another plugin, Google Cloud has another plugin, Azure has their own plugins. Either you call it a plugins or provider. These are nothing but executables. Okay, I repeat, executable, just like this. This is also executables. So same way, this is also executables. So Terraform send that code. This if this code is belong to AWS, AWS send it, and if it is belong to Google Cloud, send it Azure, send it to this. And this provider will interact with the API of AWS. And now because this guy has converted the code in their own format, this AWS API understand, and based on their request whether apply or destroy or update, it will do the things and work is done. So here you write whatever resources you want to create. Let's say whatever that just now I discussed, right? So these are the resources you want to create. So you'll write in the code. You'll write in the code and send it to Terraform. This you send apply or destroy. So this code will be sent by provider to AWS API. AWS API will create or destroy, and work is done. And the response will be sent and stored in one file called state file. This is JSON file, okay? State file. So this is the response of AWS. This will be in your laptop. So this is the whole things which works. Got it? So this is you write a code, send it to Terraform, Terraform send to the providers, providers send make a call to API call to AWS, and AWS do the work and update the response in the state file. It's a JSON format. Got it, the flow?
Okay. Yes, yes.
So what you have to do? First thing you have to install Terraform, which I did just now. Then you have to write a code. Sorry, second thing you have to download this provider. How to download, I'll teach you. Third thing, you have to write a code. Okay, and then fourth you have to apply. Fourth you have to apply or destroy. I mean, of course, apply first, and then fifth you should check the state file whether the response is there. These are the 5 things you have to do, and coding is done. Got it?
Yes, yes, yes.
So now let's do that. So first thing I did it. First thing, if you see installing the Terraform, I did it. Let me go and check. See Terraform, enter, and it's installed. So that's the reason you will get the help file. See, is there. Now second thing I need to do, download the provider. How do we do that? So I'll create one project, empty folders you create, PRJ. Okay, and here I'll go and create I want to download the this one. What is it? Provider as per the image. So how do we download the providers? So this downloading the providers is also done by the coding itself. That means you have to write a code. So before, if I proceed further, I want to tell you few rules you need to remember. Okay, in Terraform. First thing, understand that all the code, all the code must be stored in .tf file. That I told you. You will remember that. Now things in one directory, you have one .tf file or multiple TF files considered to be one project only. That means it's a one project. Means here in Terraform, we do the plan apply at the directory level, not a file level. So in a directory, you have a 5 Terraform code. You cannot run alone. You have to run whole directory. That means whether you keep the code in one file or multiple file is the same thing. Make sense?
Yes, yes, got it.
So this you have to remember. So now let me write a code. So here I'll write a code in one file or 10 files, not a problem. Providers. I'll name it, you can anything. You can name whatever you like it, but it should be .tf. Okay. So this is the code, this is the file code for the providers. So now what to do? Now how to download the providers? I don't know. So I will ask uh, documents. So this document you should always refer. You should always be on this page while coding for the Terraform, because this is the complete information you get it. In a Google, outdated information you get it. So this keep changing a lot. So which providers I'm working for this session? So I'll work with the AWS.
AWS.
Yeah. So now I'll ask, hey, how do I download you? This is the provider. So use provider. Every provider will have this button. Okay. This is the code. And here it is. So this is the real code which will download the provider. And here you are hard coding saying that, hey, this provider, it should be only this one. Okay. It's not required though, but it's good to hard code the version. That way compatibility issue can be avoided. Done. So what to do now? How do we download the providers? Nothing. I have written a code. I have to run it. To download the provider, there is one command which is called Terraform init. Okay. Remember, whenever you want to download the provider, init command you have to run it. By the way, this is the only one time you have to run it until you go for upgrading the provider. Uh, that's a again you have to run it. But if you're not upgrading the providers, this will be downloading. So this code has downloaded the providers. Okay, see the message. Now if I go a little bit back, you see dot terraform directory got created. This is a providers registry, HashiCorp, AWS, version, Windows. This is your executable. I did not download manually. It was downloaded by init command. Got it?
Yes, yes.
So here this is also work done. Now third thing which you have to do, write a code. That is important actually. This is where you have to spend your lifetime, at least next 5 years till you get a Terraform replacement. Okay, so this is where you have to write a code. Now the question is, how do we write a code? Correct? No? How do we write a code? So these rules you remember. Okay, so now question is how to write a code. So it's very simple pattern you need to remember. Code is nothing but a collections of resources and their attributes. Now you will say, what is resources, what is attributes? So don't confuse yourself. Okay, don't confuse yourself. Look at this here. Go to the AWS, go to the dashboard. Have you seen somewhere resources?
No.
See here, resources.
Yeah, yeah,
Correct now? In AWS, have you
yes,
seen the resources? Sorry,
yes.
in Kubernetes, have you seen the resources?
But yes, we have seen resources, right?
Everything is resources only, right? Pod is resources, deployment is resources, service is resources, right now?
Back,
API
back.
resources, remember the command I run?
Yes, yes,
kubectl,
yes,
correct now? So in
yes,
API
yes.
world, everything is considered to be resources. Again, I repeat, in the API world, any software which is supported by APIs, everything is resources. See
Eh,
here, QC,
resources.
now
Yes.
here, there is the kubectl installed, and which are the resources it should come. So mind it, all these 3,800 some providers are, everyone have a resources. So what I said, code has what? So code has a collection of resources. Now you understood this?
Yes, yes. Got it.
Now next thing is their attributes. What is attributes? Let me show you. So when I go to create one resource which is EC2, let me create, and whatever the data you fill here, see these are the attributes. For example, instance type, key pair, networking, configuration storage, this, that, whatever advanced setting, these all are attributes, correct now?
Attributes. Yes,
Yes.
attributes.
So in order to create your EC2 instance, you have to pass these attributes, correct? Some of them are
Yes.
mandatory, some of them are optional, correct now?
Yes.
So now you'll ask, oh Rajesh, where is, okay, I have a provider. Here it is a provider. Okay, AWS. I want to know list of their resources supported by that. Don't go to Google, come to this documentation page. Look at this left
Okay.
side, so many categories of resources we have. These are the category. AWS is very vast, right? So I
Yes,
have to
yes.
go for Elastic Cloud E, right? Let me check. E,
Elastic
E,
Cloud.
E, E, EC2. Do you find somewhere?
Yeah,
So
yeah. EC2
here it is.
Elastic Compute.
Here it is. So Elastic Cloud is a category, okay? Inside that, if you go, see resources. Now we have so many resources. So now you have to locate which resources will help you to create an instance. I found out, okay, this resource. See, resource name, AWS instance, which will allow you to create and delete the resources. I mean, EC2 instance. Got it?
Yes, got it.
So now I found out this is how you locate. So first thing what you have to do, any coding you are doing through the Terraform, you should know the provider very well. In this case, you should know AWS well. Then only you'll understand the pattern. Okay. So now you know AWS, so you are able to understand, okay, this is the resource for creating EC2 instance. Now, so this is the, now you'll say, okay, I found out the resources. Where do I find the list of attributes which is needed? So go a little bit down. These all are examples. Look at this arguments, we call it. Look at this. It's a all list of huge list of arguments. Don't get scared. This all comes with habits and experience. Okay. Not everything is
Okay.
needed, by the way. Okay. Because here you have so many things, right? You don't need everything. So same way, these all are given, but no, don't need everything. Okay. Simple. So these are the resources, okay, and their attributes. So now this is how you will locate providers, their resources, and their attributes. Is it clear?
Yes.
So now the question was, how do we write a code? So it is a collection of resources and their attributes, nothing great. So each resources, you will have some examples also. For example, here there's one example. Look at this. This is your code actually. Want to create EC2? So resource, the one which is providers resources, this your name, you can give it anything. What is the AMI, you fill this. What is a type, you fill this, and tags, these are the required one. And then plan or apply and destroy, that's all. You want to create one resources EC2, you want to create another resources, likewise you keep adding. And here collections resources and their attributes. So here it's very simple. Resources, attributes 1, attributes 2, and this keep doing it. This is your coding. Understood now?
Yes, understood.
Okay, so now let me
So
run
how many
this.
instances if you want to create, that many instances we can give by checking those AWS instance referral
Ha,
in Terraform.
ha, ha. But this will be duplicate code, though it will work actually, but this will be duplicate code. So here it should be something like what I'm trying to say, S3, PPC, like that, like that.
Okay,
Got it?
got it.
So now if you want to create 20 instances, what you do, there is a attributes which is called count is equal to 50 or 20, whatever it is. So, okay, likewise. Okay, so now this is coding. So now every resources you get example, you can copy from there. The pattern you should remember. So now my code is ready. I'll go and write my code in TF file. So aws.tf file, done. And then I will go and paste this. That's all. This is the one coding. Now what to do? So remember that image, plan, apply, destroy. So let me do that. So here command Terraform plan. Terraform plan is a dry run. Okay, it will not do the stuff. Now here you see there is some syntax issue. I will have to correct it. So just copy paste blindly. So here AMI is not set, right? So I have to set the AMI. Which AMI I want to create? So Ubuntu AMI ID is this one. Okay, and good to go and plan. Now this will do the dry run. It will not create or delete, but it will tell you, okay, how many resources will be created, your code is good or not, and authentication check also will do. So let's see that. See here. So there's a one error. What is the error now? So here, basically think simple. See, whatever you do on AWS, whether you do through console or API, you need authentication, correct? So here Terraform also need authentication, which I have not set it up. So there's a error. It says, hey,
Yes.
your authentication is invalid, this, that, or whatever it is. What do we do in this case? Nothing great. I will ask provider, hey provider, can you please tell me how can I set the authentications? So go to the documentations and read that. Remember that every different tool, different ways to authenticate. So you should know that those is a primary information knowledge before coming to the Terraform. Though Terraform also will help you to locate that. So I will ask, hey Terraform, how can you authenticate AWS? So AWS is saying, hey, you can authenticate using 6 different methods. See here, you have multiple method. One of the method I will use it. So for example, I will set this one in the providers file here. Here region, access key and secret key. So as a region, which region you are working? So I'm working on US East 1. And what is access key? So access key, for few seconds I will generate it. This I'm deleting it, older one. And I'm creating a new one just for demo. And this is not good practice to hard code this key, but right now you're learning, so I don't want to complicate the best practices. Done. And plan. See here, now one resources will be added, 0 to change, 0 to destroy. That's true because only one resources I have added in my code. Correct now?
Yes, yes, got it.
Now
Yeah.
you'll add one more, for example. So here name change, and you see, two resources. Likewise, now what to do? Plan is done. Now what I want to do? Apply. So apply. I'm sure I want to create one resources. Let's go to EC2 and remember that here I have a 0 instance running so far, and it will prompt you for, are you sure you want to go for yes, no, whatever it is. Let it prompt. Don't press enter because it will take by default no. In Windows, little bit slowness, but if you work in the Linux, it will be very fast actually. Windows to AWS call little bit slow. So let it come. Why is taking so much time? So here, do you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. Yes. And see here, it's creating resources. Just wait for a few seconds. See, it's came. See, hello world, initializing. So that's all. So this is the way you code. So keep adding the resources here and apply, plan and apply. 1 is added, 0 is changed, 0 destroy. Got it?
Okay. Got it. Yeah, yeah.
Now, so you see that you completed coding also. Now we'll have to check the, this is also done, apply also done, plan also done. Now you have to check the state file. Where is the state file? Let me show you. This is the state file. Now this is JSON file, you should not open up and directly. How do we interact? So there's a command to interact, Terraform show. A mistake, Terraform show. So show will tell you how many resources got created and all. Show will show you the Terraform state file. See here. So complete details you have, IP address and all you want to know. Here it is. Public IP, here it is. Complete detail about the instance which got created, you have it.
Okay.
So now work is completed. So this is also fifth thing also completed. Last thing which is pending, destroy. Once your requirement is done, you have used the infrastructure because it's a full automation. Remember here you have 1 resources or 1000 resources. It will take 1000 resources to create it, but this is how it is. And now finally, once the requirement is over, you should destroy. Because why to waste to use? So just imagine Terraform using that you can create thousands of resources in one go and you can destroy all thousands only, yours only in one go. Do you want to continue? Do you want to destroy? Yes, that's done. And here you see your only these resources will be deleted. Here, refresh. See, gone. So just imagine the power of this Terraform. Did you understand this?
Yes, yes. Got it.
Okay, so let me delete this one because this is not a good practice. Live, done. So now this is something which you have to do that. So now whole flow you have understood. First thing, install Terraform. Second thing, you download the providers using init command. Third thing, you write a code. Fourth thing, apply, plan and apply. Fifth thing, look at the state file and then destroy. And now after this is the complete flow, and now you have to advance your program and focus on coding more better way. So this will be the next session, how to write advanced programs in Terraform. Got it?
Yes, got it, sir.